Okay. Um, it was a rainy day. I didn't actually go to for. I did obviously I didn't go to Madison on the trip. Um, Shout out to those who did. If you watched this, saw some flags and stuff for Loons there, but it was extremely rainy. The conditions kind of equaled the playing field slightly, you'd think, in the beginning of the match, but the Loons came out with a little bit of a chop and change lineup from a bit of the fringe players from the first team and a couple second team players that have been playing for MNUFC too started. And the first half we absolutely dominated. Hunu had several opportunities throughout the game early on, and there was a couple chances where it was just like, yeah, it was, you knew he was going to get a goal, and we absolutely dominated the first 45. I think it was like 36% percentage to our 67%. And we were by far the better team in the first half. Madison kind of just sat back in a tight shape, wanted to absorb pressure, and we had half chances, but we weren't creating too many chances. We created enough chances in the first 45 to be satisfied, but we'd want to see more in the next 45. The only thing that happened really was Coleman picking up a yellow that was a negative, or at the end of the 40, at the end of half, like in the stoppage time. It was needless. But other than that, we dominated them. They were a little bit behind us in everything. They just kind of sat back, and they really, I think they had one shot and it wasn't on target in that first 45. But we clearly looked like the better team, even sitting a handful of starters not traveling with the squad. So we went into the next 45, wanted to come out strong, and Adrian Hunu started off with a goal early in the 54th minute on a great delivery from Joseph Rosales off a corner kick. And you just kind of knew it was going to happen after watching that first 45. Hunu was getting all the best chances. It was just a matter of time before he finally finished one. I was thinking he was looking sharp. Shortly after that, Ja'Cory Hayes picks up a yellow. But after that, we kind of went into cruise control. Forward Madison started attacking slightly a bit more, but that just made our attacks a bit more dangerous. We kind of pulled them out of position a little bit. And when we, instead of forcing some stuff like we were doing at 0-0, we kind of just waited for better opportunities to take the ball forward, create better chances, and made a sub, and Luis Amarilla came on in the 69th minute to kind of switch things up a little bit, as well as Franco and Asani Dotson after for the wingers. And we were kind of just looking for that second goal just to kind of wrap things up, because even though Madison gave it a little bit more of a go in the second half, there wasn't really too much that I think Miller was really bothered with. There wasn't really too many great opportunities. The defense was pretty sound. Coleman played extremely well. And speaking of Brett Coleman, he picks up the second goal off another corner from another delivery from Joseph Rosales. So that was nice that our set piece were working against the lower league side. We were expected to definitely beat this team. We dominated. We didn't maybe score as many goals as we'd like, but with 2-0, that's plenty. Got the job done. Obviously, it would have been nice for Amarilla to get on the score sheet, kind of boost that confidence up, but vice versa, Hunu got on the score sheet to boost his confidence up after getting on the score sheet for the second team on the weekend, getting some time before the Forward Madison game. So it was nice for Hunu to get on the score sheet. Maybe he's knocking on the door to hopefully get some game time in an MLS game, I'm thinking, because even though Amarilla is playing all right, I think maybe might need to switch some things up to see how Hunu can do for a start or two. I think maybe. I mean, I'll admit that it is a lower league side, but Amarilla had a pretty good chance in the game or late on and didn't quite get the goal. I just think his confidence is low. Maybe he's getting these really high percentage opportunities that he's just really not capitalizing on recently. So it's just unlucky. But right after the goal from Brett Coleman, Forward Madison player Drew Connor picks up a red card, and after that, which I'm gonna say it looked like a red. Almost could have had another one for Mitchell Osman's yellow, but I'd say that Mitchell Osman's was just a yellow, and it was just a hard yellow. I don't think it was a red, but you could argue that it was pretty hard. But the Drew Connor one was definitely 100% a red, I thought, and he gets sent off. So with them going a man down, being up 2-0, it was nice for Aziel Jackson to get some time, make a debut. And it was really nice to see Chase Gasper get on the field after checking into the mental health and drug prevention program. I don't believe that if that's the exact name, but that was he entered the protocol program and is just happy that he's back in training and he's feeling good, like he said. And it was nice to see him. And he was even feeling like himself because he picked up a nice yellow card with his first challenge of the VBAC. So it was nice to see Chase back. And so it was a good easy, not easy, a good win though from the boys. 2-0. Miller picks up the clean sheet, but he really didn't have much to do all night. Coleman was a rock at the back, and we'll get into my player ratings, and I think that'll wrap it up. The draw for the next round is tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully we can bid for a home game maybe, and Chicago lost and Columbus lost. I don't know if Columbus is in our region, but they're kind of close. So I know Chicago lost, so they're kind of in our region. So that's good to get some of these MLS teams locally out because I don't think we're in the bracket format quite yet. So I'll get into the player ratings. Tyler Miller didn't have much to do tonight, but I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. A clean sheet, DJ Taylor, 8 out of 10. Kabuchi, Nabial Kabuchi. Sorry if I completely butchered your name, but you played great, Kabuchi. And he took really nice settling in for his debut. I not his debut, but his first start, I believe, for MNUFC and for the first team. And him and Coleman looked good together. Coleman looked like a rock, but it was against a League One team. But I'll give the center back pairing Coleman. I'm going to give a 9. Thank you. I'm going to give Kabuchi a 8. Fisher Fisher played well, but I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Nothing flashy. Ja'Cory Hayes, an 8 as well. Joseph Rosales is going to be my man of the match. 9.5 for me. Nico Hansen, an 8.5. Adrian Hanu, a 9. Mangi Halongaway, I don't think he was quite up to his form today. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Abu Dalati, I'm going to give a 8. I thought he played all right. Luis Samarilla, I'm going to give I'd say I'm going to give him a 7. He missed a pretty big chance he should have scored. I'd like to see him score some of those. He needs to get that for his confidence. Franco played well. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Hassani Dotson a 7. Chase Gasper an honorary 7. played a good solid 10 minutes. Azeel Jackson, will give him a 7.5. I thought he looked really bright for the 10 minutes that he was on. But overall, a really good performance. Move on to the next round. We'll see who we play tomorrow. And yeah, as always, come on, you Loons, and thanks for tuning in.